Hi everyone! So in this video I will start building the wings for the Gulfstream, and this time I will use a new method which is foam covered with wood, and I will cut the foam using hot wire, and that's a thing that I've never done before, and I actually made the first wing a while ago just to try, but it turned out really nice, so I decided to go ahead and do both wings using the same method. This video is sponsored by Skillshare. So these are the templates we use to cut the wings using hot wire, and as I mentioned before, I wasn't sure about it because this is the first time I'm using hot wire, and with the help of my friend Ralph we did a great job and they turned out really nice, so I decided to go ahead and do both wings. And I made each wing in 3 pieces so I can put some ribs made out of wood to house the spars for the wings. So the wings are going to be covered with 0.6mm plywood, and because the wings are bent around 4 degrees in this area, so that means the wood cannot follow this shape, so I had to cut the wood, and for that I had to reinforce this joint with some fiberglass on both sides. And of course all the cables must be installed before closing the wing. These pieces of wood are going to be for the hinges later, for the flap and for the aileron, and I also installed the main spars for the wings before closing them. So this is the skin, and here I'm using epoxy mixed with micro balloons, and I spread it everywhere using this scraper. It has some kind of pattern or teeth with the height of around 1mm, and it's really perfect for this application. Alright, I bought everything I have on top of this thing, and hopefully it will work. I am not so excited about it because I feel like it's not really pressing as it should be, and I don't know, I just have to wait 24 hours, wait for the epoxy to cure, and just hope for the best. Alright. Alright, I'm so happy with this. I just pushed on it and around 20 kilograms and barely bent, and I can even push up to 40, that's for sure, and that's more than enough. I'm so happy with the wing, very lightweight and strong and smooth. All the surface is really straight and clean, and yeah, I love this so much. and it's been already 48 hours, and so the epoxy is completely cured. I still have to cut the leading edge. See here, I have to cut this straight and add a piece of balsa or maybe fiberglass, sand it down, make a nice and smooth leading edge. And yeah, I already cut this is for the landing gear, just a slide where the landing gear will go here, and there will be a small piece of, I don't know, will be connected with this thing, like this one, the doors, somehow like this, and it will open all with the landing gear, and that's really good. So yeah, now I will cut the flaps and the aileron, install the servos, and I still have to design the wingtip, and I will make a mold for it, make it out of carbon fiber or even fiberglass. I don't want anything to block the signal. Carbon does that all the time. And so yeah, I will keep working on this, and also do the other wing. So cool, I'm so happy with that. It's so amazing. All right. Alright, this is the first servo mount I made. It's for the flap and it's ready. And these are the servos that I'm going to use. Of course, the camera will never focus on these, so I'll get a closer shot. These are from Jetty, very high quality and heavy duty servos, full aluminium, and they are high voltage servos, which is 8.4 volts, which is awesome. The big one is 18.5 kilograms torque for the flap, and the smaller one is 8.5 kilograms torque. This is for the aileron. So now I'll install these, glue the aileron, install the control horn, and just test everything. Alright, so the first flap is done and it looks awesome. I'm so happy with it, very strong. The servo is amazing. And so now I will install the other servo on the aileron and glue the aileron, also try it. But before that, a quick message from this video sponsor, Skillshare. I sometimes struggle when I'm designing new shapes and parts, and Skillshare has been my favorite platform to find answers and classes made by experts. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives, where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. They offer thousands of inspiring classes on topics including illustration, design, filmmaking, and more. I've been watching a class on filmmaking recently called Low Budget Filmmaking by Matty Brown. It reminds me of my early days on YouTube, using nothing but my mobile phone to make videos. It's really interesting to see how you can make professional videos using whatever device you have in hand. And now for a limited time, use the link in the video description to get a free trial of Skillshare Premium membership, and it's less than $10 a month with an annual subscription. So huge thanks to Skillshare for supporting this channel and sponsoring this video, and let's get back to the wing. Alright, the aileron is done and I had to cover it before I glue it inside because it would be so hard to put the vinyl in this small gap here. It would be really hard, and so I thought I cover it first and then I can now just protect it until I finish the whole wing, and so I don't damage it. But this is looking so good and I'm so happy with it. So now I will use these connectors for the wings. These are 8 pins connectors from Hacker Motors. You can get them in Germany or everywhere in Europe. I don't know if they are available in the States, but these are really good. And so they are 8 pins, and I would need an extra pin because I have 9 wires in the wing, which is 6 wires for the servos, and there are 3 for the lights, and that means I need an extra connector. And so I'm thinking of sharing the power for the servos on 2 pins. That means I can free 2 pins for the lights. I'm still not sure about that. But yeah, so now I will solder this, try the servos again with the connectors, and then try to fit the wing on the fuselage and maybe cut the holes for the main spars, and yeah, just try to fit everything. Alright, these are the molds for the left winglet or wingtip. It took me a while to design this on Fusion 360 and AutoCAD. I took the same airfoil and just using the loft, called loft tool, you know, to follow, and created this shape. Made it solid and made the molds out of it, and it's perfect. And it's already prepared with wax and PVA, and it's ready. I will be using fiberglass, one layer fiberglass, and then carbon fiber. I need this to be really strong, you know, it doesn't bend and stuff like that. And so yeah, I have my epoxy ready, and let's do it. Alright, it's trimmed and I washed the PVA, and it's a beauty. So nice, strong, so cool. Yeah, so I will just glue it on the wing and see how it looks. I wish I can keep it carbon, but it should be white like the wings. That's awesome. Alright, that's the wingtip is glued, and it looks awesome, very strong. And yeah, I just need to add some filler here, sand this. I have to also paint this primer and sand it to make it a lighter color. And LEDs, they go in here, and these are the LEDs that I will be using. And I will just cut that here, cut these wires and solder these directly here. Alright, let's put these LEDs. Alright, the left wing is done and it looks awesome, and that's primer here on the wingtip. I have to sand it later and it will be done. And so I installed the main landing gear just to try it. The two main bars, and that's the connector for the servos. And I just want to try to fit the wing and see how it looks. That's a perfect fit. So cool. Just have to do some sanding here to close this gap, and I'm so happy with it. This wing looks so awesome. I mean, I can see here something. I need to sand this a bit to make it follow this, or add something here. And this is the main landing gear. I will show the full assembly in the next video, how I made these. And I had to modify the airfoil of the wing here, the first one. I made it thicker here to house the retract inside, and that's why it's completely hidden. And that's awesome, because if I kept the airfoil as it should be, like here, like this side, the retract would be outside the wing from the top or from down, and that will look so ugly. And so I had to modify this, but I'm so happy with it. It looks also really good. And that's the leading edge. It looks great, and I put some epoxy on it to strengthen the balsa itself. You know, it could bend if you touch it with your finger or whatever, and the epoxy makes it really strong. And yeah, that's it, just some sanding and I will be done here. The lights on the wings are really good. I still have to just cut a piece of acrylic or something, cover them, and that would be it. All right, that's the wing, by the way. These wings are huge. And by the way, I've never mentioned that, I don't know why. The scale of the Gulfstream is 1 to 12. Wingspan is 2.5 meters. And yeah, I mean, compared to the A350, that's a bit smaller, a lot smaller, because the A350 is 3.5 meters wingspan. Alright, I think enough for this video. I am so happy with the wings. They look amazing, and I mean, I just made one wing, but that's the right wing here. It's also being constructed. And so yeah, I'm so happy with the left wing. It's super light and it's really strong and it looks awesome. And so yeah, in the next video I will start installing the electronics inside the airplane. I got the receivers and the central box and all this stuff from Jetty, and I'm so excited for that. It's my favorite part, to install the electronics and all this stuff, so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching, and huge thanks to my Patreons for their amazing support, and don't forget to subscribe, it will help a lot. Stay tuned for the next video, and bye bye.